Hi, welcome to Business Explained. My name is Philip, and together with my friend Carol, we're launching this channel to help you understand the companies.
We will be diving into their operations, how they make money, and what is so unique about each and every one of them. Today we are going to focus and try to understand a bit more about the most hyped company in 2021, Tesla.
There's been a lot of discussion recently about the company, its valuation, performance, etc. However, today we want to step back a little bit and discuss it more comprehensively. We'll walk you through the company's overview, its product, customers, competition, financial results, and key risks to consider. So let's begin.
In 2003, American entrepreneurs Martin Eberhard and Mark Tarpenning founded the company named after Serbian-American inventor Nikola Tesla, who, as you can imagine, made dozens of breakthroughs in the production, transmission, and applications of electric power. Tesla Motors was initially formed to develop a sports car. Founding the company was obtained from a variety of sources, but most notably the PayPal co-founder Elon Musk contributed 30 million to the new venture and served as a chairman to the company beginning of the 2004. 4 years later, in 2008, Tesla released its first car, fully electric roadster. As you already know, it was just the beginning. Fast forward to today, the company generates over 30 billion in revenues. Their mission is to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. They aim to deliver it through engineering expertise, vertically integrated business model, and focus on the user experience that differentiates Tesla from other companies. So let's see how it works in practice. All in all, Tesla operates in two different segments. It's just one for now, but I just like to think that they do anything beyond cars. The first one is automotive and the second one is energy generation and storage. Let's focus on the bigger part first. The automotive segment includes the design, development, manufacturing, sales, and leasing of the electric cars, as well as sales of automotive regulatory credits. Currently, the company produces 4 different cars, with plans to add 2 additional variants: new Tesla Roadster and Tesla Cybertruck. In 2020, company produced around 55,000 units of premium models such as S and X, as well as 455,000 units of more affordable models such as 3 and Y. At the moment, these cars are produced in 2 factories, Fremont and Shanghai, with 2 further factories in development, Berlin and Texas. Moving into the second product segment, which is energy generation and storage. It includes the design, manufacture, installation, sales, and leasing of solar energy generation, energy storage products, and related services and sales of solar energy system initiatives. Powerwall, Powerpack, and Megapack are lithium-ion battery energy storage products integrated with inverters and control technology. Powerwall is designed to store energy at home or small commercial facility. Megapack and Powerpack are energy storage solutions for commercial, industrial, utility, and energy generation customers, which may be grouped together to form larger installations capable of reaching gigawatt-hour or greater. Tesla sells solar energy systems to customers and channel partners. They also make them available through lease, power purchase agreement, and subscription-based sale of solar power, which is currently limited to only US. They purchase most of the components for their retrofit solar energy systems from multiple sources to ensure competitive pricing and adequate supply. However, given that the energy segment generates only 6 to 7% of revenues, in the later parts of these videos, we will mostly focus on the automotive segment.
The question arises, who is actually Tesla targeting with their products? I don't think there is an easy answer to this question. With models 3 and Y, Tesla is trying to reach out to families, trying to add things to the cars that are making it easier for an average family to operate. With more premium segments such as S and X, they're looking to get into more premium clients. More interestingly, Elon Musk, in one of his interviews in 2018, mentioned that he would be looking to create a 25k electric vehicle in 3 years. This obviously hasn't materialized yet. However, as recently he's pushed this deadline by another 2 years, it shows the broad spectrum of clients that Tesla is trying to reach. Moreover, With Tesla Semi arriving soon, Tesla is trying to make electric trucks a thing as well. And lastly, to get into the more luxury segment, they'll be launching the second generation of the Tesla Roadster, something that the company has begun with. So long story short, I don't believe that Tesla has a single or a main target on the market. Going back to their goal, it seems like Tesla is rather trying to make electric vehicles more common and accelerate the transition to the sustainable energy rather than creating cars for a specific customer segment. So let's move on and have a look at the examples of the key competitors for Tesla.
Broadly, Tesla competes against both traditional car manufacturers, including petrol and hybrids, as well as other electric car companies, NIO, Li Auto, Lucid. Tesla vehicles compete in the market both based on their traditional segment classification as well as based on their technology. For example, Model S and Model X compete primarily with premium sedans and premium SUVs. Model 3 and Model Y compete with small to medium-sized sedans and compact SUVs. All of those markets are extremely competitive. Competing products typically include internal combustion vehicles from more established automobile manufacturers, such as Lexus, BMW, or Mercedes. However, many established and new automobile manufacturers have entered or have announced plans to enter the market for electric and other alternative fuel vehicles. Overall, we believe that those announcements and vehicle introductions promote the development of the electric vehicle market by highlighting the attractiveness of electric vehicle relative to the traditional cars. Many major automobile manufacturers have electric vehicles available today in major markets such as the US, China, or Europe, and other automotive manufacturers are also developing electric vehicles. In addition, several manufacturers offer hybrid vehicles, including plug-in versions. Tesla is aware that there is increasing competition for their vehicle offerings with the development of self-driving technologies and charging solutions.
Tesla continues to grow its revenue significantly over the past years, almost tripling the revenues between 2017 and 2020, with around $30 billion. As of now, over 90% of revenues are coming from automotive segments, so sales, leasing, and services, and the remaining 6 to 7% from energy generation and storage. It is worth mentioning that within the automotive segment, Tesla generated $1.6 billion from what's called regulatory credits. These are the credits that Tesla is getting for creating zero-emission vehicles and is then able to sell to other parties who have to comply with local regulations. For example, Fiat Chrysler Automobiles has recently committed to buy over 1.2 billion credits from Tesla to be able to comply with new European regulations. In terms of geographic diversity, although the majority of Tesla's revenues are still coming from the US, we can see that they are putting more and more emphasis on global markets. So only in the last 2 years, the percentage share of revenues that are coming from US declined from 69 to 48% in 2020. This came predominantly from growth in presence in China, currently at around 21%, up from 8% in 2018, but also the rest of the world, which now accounts for 31% of the overall sales. Even more importantly, this revenue growth has finally allowed Tesla to become profitable with just below $1 billion in profits in 2020. Broadly, we can identify 3 key types of risks relevant to Tesla: its ability to grow, operational risks, and regulatory risks. In terms of its ability to grow, the key risk here is obviously the COVID-19 pandemic. We cannot really predict the direction of the pandemic and how long it's going to have a significant impact on Tesla. As a result, the company has to remain very flexible to the macroeconomic conditions that it is currently experiencing. It has to understand the implication on its demand, the implication on its workers and its factories. Secondly, the international expansion. Tesla's success will heavily depend on its ability to grow and expand beyond US. This is the strategy that we have already seen in the revenues to date. However, we have to understand that as Tesla is trying to expand into other markets, they have to constantly understand the local circumstances to be able to project the demand and be able to adjust the pricing of their products to the local markets. This is especially more and more important as they're launching their new factories across the globe. And lastly, growing competition in the segment. We've seen a lot of companies coming up with their versions of new electric vehicles or even new autonomous vehicles. This is gonna prove especially more and more difficult for Tesla in the future. At the moment, as they're competing both in segment of electric as well as traditional vehicles, we'll see more and more companies from those traditional segment launching their products in the electric segment. This is gonna be a huge challenge for Tesla to remain competitive in this what at the moment is still a niche market. So we believe there is two key operational risks to Tesla. Number one is credibility. Obviously, being a relatively still a new car manufacturer, Tesla has to sustain a high level of credibility to be able to sell its cars to the customers. The risk to the credibility might come from two key areas. One being product defects, and number two, hacker attacks. Thinking about the product defects, we still see Tesla struggling in some of the key surveys. So for example, the recent JD Power study on car brands reliability puts Tesla at the very bottom of the spectrum. This has to be worrying for the company, and they have to understand that they need to work on their credibility to be able to build a critical mass of the clients. Secondly, in terms of the potential hackers attack, this is gonna be increasingly a problem to its IT systems, especially once they build the autonomous cars. This could have a tremendous negative effect on their PR and especially on their product sales. Regarding the IT problems, so far Tesla hasn't encountered massive issues. However, if anything were to happen, especially once Tesla launch autonomous cars, it could cause a great level of public mistrust that might be very difficult to overcome. Second operational risk, it's Tesla's reliance on Elon Musk. As much as it is a blessing to have such a visionary as the CEO, it might also be a curse. Elon Musk does not devote his full time to being Tesla's CEO, but instead he shares his time with other companies in his ventures, most notably SpaceX. Third set of risks is within government laws and regulations. At the moment, governments and economic incentives significantly support sales of Tesla's cars through certain tax credit, exemptions, rebates, and so on and so on. These are likely to be eliminated as the time goes. For example, recently, 7.5 thousand tax credit was available in the US for purchase of Tesla's vehicles. This has ultimately ended in 2019. And we believe that as time goes, and as adoption of electric vehicles is growing, we'll have less and less of government support, which will help people to purchase such vehicles and ultimately drive demand for Tesla cars.
If you found this video insightful, please leave a comment, like and subscribe.
We'll be looking to do more and more of these videos in the future, so if you have any particular companies that you'd like to understand, please let us know. See ya!